say it's all Sim's fault.
Wow.
And what a lovely morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
We've talked the whole night through.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Not my fault.
I haven't even done the intro yet, Sam.
I know. I'm trying to circumvent it.
Hello, everyone. Oh my! I apologize for the lateness. This one's on me. I had some stuff come up like right at 11 o'clock, and so I was late getting everything set up and going. But we're here. We're going now. That's all that matters.
Better late than never.
So for anyone who watches on the replay who might not know, this is the Morning Roast, and I am Sugar Chris, and with me today, as always, is Mr. Sam.
Hell yeah.
And
Good
we
morning,
have with
everyone.
us Jd Calderon.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
So those who are regular watchers, like Mr. Soul in the chat, would know that we've had JD on once before, but unfortunately he had some internet troubles.
Yeah, I had some really bad internet trouble.
So unfortunately we didn't really get to talk it the whole way through.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Soul's doing a little nice welcome message there? And he also knows how things are. And thanks, Soul, for the support.
What?
Okay. He says, always hashtag blame Sim, even if it's Chris who's lit. Yep. He knows what's up. And then you can read that little intro message because there's no point of me reading messages. You always end up rereading them.
Yeah. Oh, and he says, welcome to the morning roast, where a returning guest brings the mouse back and is also just passing through. It's Oswald time.
That's
Hold
right.
on to your cheese, and good morning, Chris, Sim, JD, and chat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We also have Bristolia Dave. He says, all right, me babbers.
All
he's got
righty
a-
then.
Alrighty.
Look at that. He's got a fancy new logo. You see that?
Yep.
Nice. We got Genuine Comics.
Kind of looks like Lex Luthor with hair.
Yes. He will always look like Lex Luthor with hair now to me.
Can't be unseen.
You have Genuine Comics in there too, saying good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Genuine Comics.
All right. So, Mr. JD, what have you been up to since the last stream?
I think 14 Kickstarters. No, I'm only joking. I think I'm since I last saw you, I think I'm on my second one. So we did Daphne and I did Tall Tales. That's done. That's wrapped up. Which we was already shipped out. Now we just got like a few stragglers there who are like, those, they're just late. But we got them, and whenever we get the information, we send it out. What else? And then I'm up to the Oswald Chronicles. We were just passing through. We're on 10 days left, right? We're on, I think, our 4th or 5th stretch goal. So I'm doing a set of 9 trading cards. So when we get to 9, I'll send out all 9, and then if you put it in one of those little, you have the sheet protectors where you put in your little cards on the back of it. So if it's 9 set up, you turn on the back. It's a full image of another scene. So that should be cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and bring it up here.
So there we
Alright.
go. So, all right. So we got 9 days left. 62 backers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you've got a pretty good, solid audience on Kickstarter.
Yeah. Kickstarter. Yeah. That's where I've been for a minute. This is, I think, my 22nd Kickstarter.
Yeah, you build your fandom there, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
once
really built up.
Yeah. Once we get in there, I got a core group of like 40, 50 people. They just come in.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's good. Yeah, I don't know if you guys should I start with the story. Where we're gonna begin? All right. So
Right now, I personally think, right, that Chris should do his job properly, right, and start running the video
there you go. Run the video.
Wow, Sam.
before JD pitches everything.
There you go. Before I start pitching, pitch it and bitching. There we go. We're gonna do both.
Chris. I'm sorry, but I told you I would get you. Back.
Now I know why I was late today. I shouldn't even done this stream.
Hello, everyone. This is Jd Calderon. I'm the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles. And today I'd like to tell you about our latest campaign, featuring issues 3 and 4 of We Were Just Passing Through, where Oswald confronts ancient magical powers and the Calcians confront the Grogs in an all-out battle that will determine their fates. We're also offering up a gorgeous hard enamel pen of Oswald, as well as alternative covers to Passing Queens and Making Homes, issues 7 and 8, by Donnie Harijawa and Carlos Moreno. We also have some add-ons and sketch covers, so please go check out the rewards and find the ones that best suit you. Thank you. JD out.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Nice and
Yeah,
sweet. I like to keep it short.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. It's not too long.
Every time I see that book, it reminds me of, is it Fievel or Fivel? How'd you pronounce
Fievel?
Fivel goes
Fievel,
with.
yeah.
Yeah, those were good
Yeah, yeah.
movies.
Yeah, those are fun. But you know, the problem with those books, nobody ever dies in them. In my books, all the time, the people die.
People die.
It's Fievel, but Game of Thrones. At the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. You know.
Remember when you used to watch those cartoons that you were happy and all giddy and all this? Yeah. But now it's all dark and gritty and people die.
Yeah. Well, remember what is that? Animal Farm
Yeah.
from back in the day,
Uh-huh.
right? And which is the one
Or
with the
Fritz
rabbit?
the cat.
Yeah.
Remember Fritz the cat and stuff
Fritz
like
the
that.
cat. Yep, exactly. Yeah, that was even worse. You had death, sex, drugs, you had everything in that
Yep.
one. Forget about
Yeah.
it. Woo!
Yeah, the other day I watched Fire and Ice and followed by Wizard. I hadn't watched Wizard in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
if you don't know what it is, it's Basky. If you don't know who Basky is, go find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do. Don't. I'm not gonna tell you what to go see. Just go check it out.
Yeah, those are two awesome movies. I watched Wizards, I don't know, probably about 6-7 months ago. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I watched the remastered edition, which was really sweet. Like
Nice.
another one I haven't watched in a long time. I'm thinking of watching is Rock and Roll.
Rock and Roll's great. Yeah.
Like I watch heavy metal and all those movies often, but the other day I'm going, hey, I was watching a documentary and they're like, oh, you know the original team that was animated that was supposed to do heavy metal did this. I'm like, oh, dude, I hadn't seen that since I've been a kid.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do watch Rock and Roll, we should have
John Celestri.
Yeah. I don't know why I forgot his name. I have his
Yeah,
book
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, John's mad cool because he was one of the animators on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he used to work for Nelvana,
Yep.
which
Yeah, my
is
man.
a Canadian company that used to do all the animation for the American cartoons.
Yeah. What was my favorite? The Hobbit
Oh, yeah.
and
that was-
Return of the King. Oh, those man, I love those movies. Woof. I always wish that they would make little figures of those designs of the Hobbits.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yep.
Yeah. Because I was like, yeah, I'd have been like a crackhead. I would have had them all.
That would have been your Pokemons.
Those would have been my Pokemon, yeah. You know, seriously. No, those are.
Yeah,
Oh,
Soul's
there we
putting a link to the Oswald Chronicles merch.
Oh,
There we
thank
go.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
Mr. Dave's like, I like JD. I feel like if you're expecting order and professionalism, you're on the wrong show.
That's fine.
Yeah, if you're expecting order of
I'm
professionalism,
I'm
you go to
sorry, Dave.
Soul.
I'm sorry, Dave. We are professional about our humor.
Right. There you go.
Hey, Blackness. Hello, sir. I need to actually get you on for Tailless sometime.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I figure he's probably pretty busy. I gotta figure out a way to get to work him in. He's probably full on promoting and busy all the time.
Mhm.
Soul says, I'm a bit sad that Sim isn't in the Walker Texas Ranger reboot with that actor from Supernatural. Just have seen the trailer, but the show could use a Mountie.
Nice.
I'd be there.
Uh,
Here's
So
your,
it look-
here's your 5'8" Monty. That's
But it-
wider than a horse.
It looks like we missed out on the early bird package, I see. So we won't get all
believe it or
those little
not,
goodies.
there's still a few of them left. There's probably like maybe like 8. Because what it is, it says 62 backers. It's for the first
Right.
41 physical backers. I have a
Oh.
lot. Yeah, I have a lot of
Digital.
digital exactly
Oh,
backers.
really?
Yeah. I just wish I had 10,000 more digital backers.
Does it happen on Kickstarter? Does it happen that you get ghost backers on Kickstarter as well sometimes? Like
I get what?
Ghost backers, like a number, numbers
It's-
that doesn't appear.
It's only ever happened once
Okay.
to me in 22 campaigns. So I had somebody ghost me on the last campaign, but it was like one for like $32. So it was not like a big deal.
Oh yeah, but I don't mean somebody ghosting you on Indiegogo. What happens sometimes is somebody tries to back you,
Right.
and it won't go through. Like the backer gets a message going, okay, it went through. Like he has a confirmation number that he's backer 202, right?
Right.
But it didn't go through. So when you go through your list, you'll have backer 201, 203, 204. And you go, where the
Right.
fuck's backer 202? And that's a ghost backer. We get those.
Gotcha. Yeah, I never experienced that, thankfully. Not on Kickstarter. I've never even experienced it on Indiegogo for that matter. So yeah. So yeah. No, never had that happen.
There's a few that we've been talking about it because there's a few people who are like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm like, yeah, I checked with Indiegogo a while back. It's called it's either like sometimes when you're doing it on your phone and your bandwidth is not strong enough, it won't go through the final transaction, or a bad internet connection, or it could just be your credit card because when you're using a credit card with Indiegogo, it doesn't just treat it in the US. So sometimes it'll go, it's international purchase, so no.
Right. Oh, makes sense. Yeah.
Now, I got a question, JD.
Go for it.
What does this Project We Love mean?
So that's a designation that comes from Kickstarter. So after, I guess if you hit the right numbers and you're in the algorithm, they give you this little badge. This is a Project We Love. And I think also there's like somebody over there that picks the campaign. So I figure, I guess after 6 years and 22 tries, they were like, yeah, you got it.
Okay, so who do we pay for this?
I'm still trying to find that person. I'm sure I'll get the PayPal, payment link sooner or later.
You owe me.
Exactly. Yeah. But one of the good things is that it promotes you further on the page on Kickstarter. So you'll end up on like some of the bottom of other pages where like, you scroll down and you'll see other campaigns. So you'll end up there and they promote you a little bit further, which is cool.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering because I just seen the other day, Rich Perota said that he got that Project We Love thing, and I was just wondering what that was about.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. It's just I think what someone told me is if you triple or double your goal within a certain amount of time, you'll get one of those, according to the algorithm. That's what somebody told me. I don't know if that's true or not. So who knows? I funded very fast, so it was like within the first 24 hours, I like doubled the funding or whatever. And then I of course hit my dead spot a few days ago. You know how it is. You're just like oh, okay, there's like nobody here. So.
And how much were you asking to start?
It wasn't much. It was $750. So so we blew by that pretty quick. Then we like I said, we made it to like 2K in like the first couple of days.
So we got Aliendo joining the chat and Brian that's in there. And I'm like, dude, that's a weird sighting of Brian. It's 11:46 a.m. and we're seeing Brian in the chat.
Yeah, that's pretty early.
Okay, people make her wish.
Now
All
it's
right.
a blue.
He says, "What's going on here, Simon? Get back to your real channel, mine." All right, Alejandro.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. Look at
You loan out Sim to somebody, and this is the gratitude.
that.
We also
So, yeah.
have MA that joined in, by the way. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. So yeah, so that image that's up there, that's by an artist I'm working with. Is Aurelio Tillis. That's one of the cards. That was the first card that was unlocked, the first trading card.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's out of Indonesia.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Then this is the second card that was unlocked. This is by Jerome Jacinto. I had that done a few years ago. Jerome currently works in like video game, like he does like the modeling for them. Who knows? He just does a lot of
wow.
games.
Yeah, I like that one too. That's
And this one is by Lariz. I don't remember the rest of his name, but this is just something I had him do a few years ago too. I like the evil faced Oswald there. I'm gonna kick your butt. So,
I don't know.
Like-
I think there's just something funny about somebody that looks evil about to like kill you or something with a nice little red bow tie.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's like
I'm gonna give you.
there's
triple
something about the
dose.
bow tie that I don't know. Maybe blame it on Doctor Who, but kind of tells me inoffensive.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you? Why are
It's
you
like-
kicking my ass?
It's like somebody beating you with a T-shirt wearing a peace sign.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
I come in peace. Boom.
I come in peace.
Emmy says reminds me of Dun Bluth a little. What's Dun
Mm.
Bluth?
Done
Done
blue.
blue.
Look, animation.
Yep. Secret of Nim.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Gosh, I haven't watched Secret.
See,
in
even
ages.
Brian agrees with me. There's nothing less threatening than a bow tie. I know.
It's
A
true.
fez. And a
A
fez.
fez, yeah. I don't think I could get a fez on his head, so. But yeah, this is the third issue cover.
That's the
Oh,
third
yeah.
issue cover?
That's the cover for the third issue.
Pooping his nose.
This is Jade Gonzalez. She's the interior artist, and is colored by Victor Moreno. Is that right? Shit, I keep
Romano?
screwing up this kid's. I keep screwing up this kid's name. He's a good guy too. He's out of Mexico.
Romano.
No, you know it's funny because I don't even know if I'm using the right name. Victor Cerillo. Sorry about that. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew I was screwing him up with the other guy.
It does remind me of those old cartoons, like, you know.
Yeah. Well, Jade, the artist, she told me that her inspirations come from manga and European comics. Those are her two big inspirations.
That's what I was gonna say. It reminds me of those old children, European comics that we used to have, like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, when it gets a little strange and there's a bunch of people killing each other.
I think the only one that I know that most Americans know, it's Obelix, you could say.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and probably something like Tintin.
Tintin, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You get, yeah.
Did
And what's
this bigger gentleman in the fancy armor and whatnot just get out drunk by a tiny mouse man?
yeah. He just holds his liquor better. That's all.
He's a little nature.
What a lightweight.
Also, I'm pretty sure Oswald was just sipping the same glass the entire night. So,
See.
let the other guy chug. Yeah, let the other guy chug and he just sips it.
He's like, I have outwitted you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I mean, so yeah, let me get a little bit into the story. So here we have these two groups. We have the Calcians and the Grogs. The Calcians, these are two races that have been on North America before humans arrived to North America, right? So basically what happened is these two races had gotten together and they had seen this as, with humans coming in, they're going to probably decimate us if they can see us. So they got their greatest sorcerers together, two groups. They said, okay, let's create something that will hide us from them. The fairies, they have glamour, so that's why we don't see them, but they had to create a unique system of magic to, get them to disappear. So the two groups got together, they created an item, and this item is in a vault. And the vault is in the hands of the Calcians. So they have the vault. But the Grogs, they have the key to the vault, right? And they keep that key moving around with a small army. The Calcians, after a few thousand years, have finally found out where this key is at. And, things are going well, but you always got that guy who's a schmuck, right? And he's always like, hey, we could be doing a little bit better. So let's go take their key. So they go take the key. Obviously, the Grog's not going to take it lying down, so they chase them, kill a bunch of them off, and these guys are on the run. They make it to Oswald's home. It's on Park Avenue. There's north and southbound traffic, and in between there's a meridian. It's called a mall, and there's like a big grassy plain on these things. That's where Oswald lives, and they're all on top of there, these Calcians. And these are the guys who first introduced Oswald to like structured magic, right? So their science is magic, and he's there. By them just showing him, he's learning how to use magic. So eventually, they show him, they teach him magic. So this is very early on in his life. So, and then what is it? If you keep going, I'll show you a couple of pages. So there you go. So it's the Calcians. They're about to deal with the
Right, like squirrels.
They're squirrels, yeah. They ride squirrels. I always thought it was funny. When I was I guess in my early 20s, my D&D group and we used to walk through Central Park at night, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a beautiful park, right? And I always imagine, you walk through the parks. It's funny. I don't drink and I don't smoke and I don't take drugs, but I would always hallucinate in that damn park. So I would always imagine, these strange little creatures running around, the trees and stuff. So, and it was the Calcians, and I came up with a name with them, and I was like, and I was supposed to have a huge story built up around these two races. It was called the Calcian Grog War, right? And what had happened was, I was like, I don't know enough of the pre-story to write that story, because I haven't written that story yet, and it's only been 30 years. But what I did was I wrote this story, which is the pre-story to that story.
Okay.
So yeah. So that's sometimes how I work. I was like, okay, if I write a pre-story to that story, maybe that'll flesh out that other story for me in my head.
Yeah, build up to it.
Exactly. And like I said, it's only been 30 years, so it's about time that story pop out.
Yeah, this is a long time coming.
Exactly. Yeah. So so here's a scene where they send Oswald away to take the key and hide it, and the Grogs are starting to attack the Calcians. With the war going on the mall, and then here's Oswald doing a little bit of magic, and then Oswald goes on his own acid trip. Keep going.
Oh yeah.
Right. So he's just like, what the F? So he's sucked into the key. There's a remnant of the sorcerer who first created that key called Kirchner. He's inside the key. And, he wants to talk to Oswald. He's just like, let's have a chat. And he shows him the stranger part. And this is the guy,
Is that the Dali realm?
Yeah, pretty much, yes. And then Oswald comes out of the key. There's a lot more to that scene. I just put up 1 or 2 pages from it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, Oswald comes out and everybody's fighting. That's the cover to the 4th issue.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
How many issues do you have available on that one?
This series, it's all broken up into limited series, and you don't need everything to appreciate like one story. Like this is 4 issues, and you can pick up all 4 issues in this campaign. So this is really about issues 3 and 4, but for those people who want to catch up, there's a catch up level. You can get the 1 through 4.
Okay.
Yeah. And then these are the two leaders of the Chalcians, and they're constantly arguing because one guy's from the military, the other guy's from the private sector. The guy from the private sector is the one that pushed their general into getting this mission going. And the guy from the military, who the general's dead, this is his number two, and the number two guy is like, "You fucking murdered us." Like you literally sacrificed us to get this damn thing, and but he's a very powerful sorcerer. And and the other sorcerer from the other camp, from the Grogs, have challenged him, and he's taking up the challenge. So if you keep going,
Wizard duel.
yeah, there's a wizard duel, and then this is the other wizard from the other camp, and he's using a type of magic called like if you're in like D&D and stuff, like soul magic or bloodletting or that sort of thing. So he's literally running off of the deaths of his own people. So they like bow down, they chop off their heads. He uses whatever power that comes from that for himself to utilize in the battle. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, no mercy here.
No,
for even their own people.
Nope. But it's funny because their race, they don't have a lot of sorcerers, but the ones they do generate tend to be fairly powerful. And and the rest of them, they understand this, and they like and what they're doing here is important because that key, if something was to go wrong with the magic, they will become visible to humanity. I mean, you know how people are, they start picking them up, dissecting them,
Yeah.
Probably start eating them. So that's what's going on here. So him and the other sorcerer, they get into a duel.
Let me check the chat. I ain't done that in a while.
No, go ahead.
Let's see.
Look at that,
Soul
Mr.
Talk
Russ.
with-
We got Russ that joined in.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's Russ.
What's up, Mr. Russ? Mr. Van Zand's in there, Pops.
Pops.
What's that?
Just saying hail, hail. Let's see. Putting out the links. Good job, Soul. Soul got MA's book, I see.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah,
getting their
Marinus.
books, and I'm still waiting.
Brian says gorgeous art.
Thank you.
Hope they won't keep it at custom for like a month. Damn it.
Oh, that's terrible when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's weird lately. Like sometimes, like I've got books really quick. Like somebody told me I just mailed it, and 2 weeks it was in.
Oh, okay.
It rarely happens, but it happens. It's kind of weird. It's like some of them pass through the crack or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes
there's books that's taken 2 months, and I'm like,
sometimes you get that one agent, they're like, let's look at this one, and they open it up, and they're like, oh, what's this shit? They're like, they'll take forever.
yeah, just can't wait to have them. There's that, and I'm also waiting for the what was it, warts and all that supposedly everybody's getting to.
Yeah, those started coming in. That's very kind of you, Russ. That's very kind. Thank you. I don't believe you, but you're very kind.
Hey, Hex. Let's see. Who else is in here?
Marinus. Did you say hi to him?
Oh, by the way, Hex is going to be owing me a sketch card. I backed his campaign again.
Nice.
He was almost to a stretch goal there on the stream the other night, and I was like, well, all right, I'll get him over. I was like, I'll get me a sketch card. If nothing else, I can. If nothing else, I can give it away on one of our big streams.
No pressure, Hex. No pressure. Right.
All right, it's like to put pressure on Hex. Got to keep him on his toes.
There's no pressure. Just back.
Let's see. Little Russ. We got Hex putting in the links for Oswald.
Thank you, Hex.
Hex was feeling zero pain that night. No, he wasn't.
Well, he might have felt the pain the next day.
Emma is answering me. She goes, they hopefully won't. I was very diligent with the custom forms and that stuff. Even had to stick the B version of the form into a yeah. They're turning the international shipping into a real pain in the yeah.
Mm-hmm.
J. wants to know what you've done to upset the mailman, Sim.
Nothing. The mailman loves me.
Mm-hmm.
They even leave my mail inside.
Nice.
You apparently owe Soul a sketch card, Sim.
What do you mean? I owe him a sketch card.
Soul says, "Good thing Sim always owes me a sketch card." So, better get on that.
There you go.
Don't
Exactly.
want to upset Soul
How the hell do I owe him a sketch card?
because he said so.
There you go. He's gaslighting you. Just send it out, baby. Just send it out.
What?
Don't question Soul
Mm-hmm.
for all that he does for us.
No.
Brian says the fact that they're making foreign orders more of a hassle is just more impetus for us to find a way around that problem.
Yep. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I'm happy that I'm doing bulk shipment between me and Beacon. That's just one big order that goes directly to them instead of being all those little custom things. It's just one.
Is that going into the U.S. or Europe?
Yeah, I send them from Canada to the U.S.
Oh,
But
okay.
the thing is, the price is the customs gonna go up, so I'm gonna check into it. But you still save money because the idea is that's one of the advice I tell people. You find somebody to help you out like that that you can trust.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you open up a small business account and then you open up a business account with a mailing service, and if it's not the federal one, you go to UPS, I think, or something like that on your side,
Right.
and they can offer you deals. So they can offer you like a 30% discount on big shipment like that for a year, and if you ship a lot, then they'll offer you another deal, and renegotiate every year. So might as well just register yourself a little LLC.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh yeah, no, definitely. There's definitely ways to get around it. So yeah, if you scroll back up, there you go. That is a hard enamel pin that I had made. It's a poison A pin.
Mm-hmm.
So I only have about, I think we did I got 105 of them, because you know how you order 100 and they send you a few extra. So they send me 100 of them. Only 95 of them for sale. These have been doing very well as our stretch because we have add-ons, and these have been doing very well as add-ons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So see, we have more bigs joining in. Soul's answering me going, I'm just messing with you, and no sketch card will ever be able to top the Grim Reaper one anyway. Brian, we solved that problem. We translate our comics into French, Spanish, Japanese, and there's no stopping us. Yeah, I know. That's what I've been saying. I keep telling people that we may not be able to print all the languages, but we can offer digitals with our book with every languages.
Yeah, there was somebody that was doing localizations for, I think, Japanese on because he was on Twitter. I don't remember his name now because he was doing localizations
and MS
for digital.
Thinking of trying print on demand for the 2 issues once the campaign's over. Then the printing company can deal with the shipping, hopefully from location close to the buyer. I mean, that's why I was thinking of using the print on demand of Amazon. Because if you open a business account and you can use the print on demand on Amazon for a lower quality, like you could how do you call it, newsprint type of thing, like you don't really control the quality. So your campaign, you have the high deluxe end, and you can do that later as floppies. And the good side of Amazon, members don't pay shipping.
Yeah. When one of my first, I think my second campaign, I was using Lightning Source, and on that one, they have plants in Europe, so they would ship directly from Europe and Australia. So if I had backers back there, they were just paying local shipping.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. The only thing is the quality is not as good, and then
you don't have that much control,
right?
Because they print locally, so they can reship. It's one of the things that I was interested when what's the name of it, Mixon? They
Mhm.
mentioned a while back, like last year or something, like a year ago, that they were checking into maybe doing fulfillment
That would be
services.
interesting. Right.
Like if Mixum did that, that could be cool if they could have done it for a good price. People print
Mhm.
with them, and they have a place in Canada, UK, or they're
US,
everywhere.
yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And we know their quality is good.
Yep. And by the
Yeah.
way, Mo Biggs in the chat, dude. Say hello, Mo Biggs.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So,
we always like to see Mo in the chat, even if he is a menace. He says he's going to roll issues of ARO up, stick them in bottles, and throw them in the sea. But they like go around safely to his international backers.
there you go.
Problem solved.
M is saying there's Lulu, Drive Through Comics, and Kablam. Also, they take less of a cut. Checking out some proof of them. I've heard people were telling me that Kablam, the printing on the comics were so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've gotten some books from the Steel City Con that went through Kablam.
And
I don't remember. It's been a long time now. I just remember seeing the mascot and the ad on the back. I don't. It seemed okay. It didn't it wasn't nothing that blew my mind. It was just all right.
Right.
The quality of the print.
yeah, maybe Lulu because I know it's getting bigger. For me, I'm just thinking Amazon right at the moment because I'm thinking that it might be like the bigger market you could reach. But I'll check into it. I don't know about Drive Through Comic.
And Brian says Kablam was okay, but he prefers Greco.
Greco.
Yeah. That's another POD printer out here.
Dave says the sooner shipping prices are fixed, the more books he can back.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's true.
Exactly. Yeah, it's easy for us in the U.S. If you're local, if you're within the country, it's easy for us. But once we start getting international, it gets expensive.
I think this purple guy.
Yeah, he's
this
troll.
derpy face.
Yeah. So yeah, that's actually issue 7 and 8. Those are alternative covers done by Donnie Harijawa and Carlos Moreno. So basically, this is a catch-up. This is a catch-up level. So if anyone who ordered the other issues 1 through 6 with the alternative covers, I just combined it with this campaign. I said, okay, so you can get these covers and the other covers, but this has its own level. So if you don't want to order the other books, you can just order this. And it's also, if you do want to order this and order the other stuff, this is also available as an add-on. So you can get them all, however you want to do it. And this is basically, like I said, this is basically for people just catching up. They just want to get the whole story in there.
All right.
It's Oswald. There's always somebody going to war with somebody. And this is Oswald early on. He's in this dragon thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can see him there.
Yeah. And this is the evil queen he's fighting. She's a sorceress. She turns into this big evil thing, and she's chopping soldiers in half.
Poor soldiers. They're so expendable in this comic.
Yeah.
They're just getting chopped off, heads getting chopped off, cut in half everywhere they go.
Exactly.
They must get good. They must get good pay. That's all I can say.
Well, at this point, their families are. Yeah. So what I always say. It's good wholesome family fun. That's what makes it sometimes makes you laugh because people say, "Oh, it's so cute. It's so can I have my kid read it?" And usually the thing with the kids is if they can watch Lord of the Rings, they can usually pick this up. It's usually not a problem. I don't think it'll scare them any more than that. There's no foul language. There's no sex. There's just action adventure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's some violence, but heck,
oh yeah, there's definitely violence, but I don't think there's anything more than something like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem anything worse you'd see on TV or.
I like this cover.
a lot of books nowadays.
Yeah. So yeah. This is the same guy. This is Donnie Harijawa and Victor Moreno. No, Carlos. This is Carlos Moreno. Excuse me. See, I keep mixing those two guys up. But yeah, these are the same. If you look behind me, this image, that's the same guy. Yeah, this one right here. That was
okay.
that was the alternative cover to issue 5.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the variety with the characters. You know, all the different clothing designs and colors and everything. There's a variety of different folks present.
These are all the Fae. These are all the fairies. You know, so you got a troll, you got a highborn, you got like a pix in there, you got like a red cap, you got all kinds of things. Goblins.
Definitely exploring the world.
Yeah. You know, and then the interiors are by Jade Gonzalez. And she's the one that does all the design work. That's all her designs. So I had the artist come in after, and I gave him the full book, and he would read it and then just choose a scene and then illustrate it.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was kind of cool because he actually picked scenes from the books. You know, it's not like he just did a generic pinup. He was like, oh, okay, here's a character, and just did a pinup. He actually did something that's going on in the book.
These poor soldiers.
Yeah.
They just can't get a break. They're all just like, oh my god. We're just guys with swords and everybody has all these powers.
That's the problem with when the grunts, you know. It's like,
why are we doing this?
Exactly. Anybody who you don't like, they go in the front line, so you know they're gonna get it first.
Yeah, we know how that is here.
Mm-hmm.
What's that supposed to mean? So,
If
what are you inferring?
if you know anything about the Normandy, I haven't in French the thing, but the back of my Normandy, where where everybody came off.
Mm-hmm.
The French Canadian forces were put in front of the rest of the Canadian forces.
Oh, that sucks.
That's what I mean.
Oh, gotcha.
The ones from Quebec were like, go in front.
They're like, okay, since you guys get special privileges today, you guys go to the front.
Yeah.
Says we honor your sacrifice. I mean, we honor you.
Yeah, but
Today we honor the French Canadian.
The way we saw it is that they acknowledge that we're more badass.
Right.
You shall be first.
I'm sure they acknowledge that too.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you can be all badass all you want as long as we're still alive at the end.
Mm-hmm. Right. So go get them, baby. Go win the war.
You're awesome. You're strong. Love you.
Yep. Exactly. Chicks are gonna be waiting for you. Go.
How many? 12. No.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Pop says he's reading Tall Tales right now.
Ah, thank you.
Let's see. Did I miss stuff? Dave said, just to be clear on his one statement about the shipping costs, he said that was a general comment, not about JD's campaign. Okay.
No, that's fine. Well, if you're in the U.S., I tend to charge like $5 flat. So, if you're in the U.S., like I said, it just gets crazy when you're shipping anyplace else. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But I mean,
Sam, have you ever had to ship anything to Australia or New Zealand?
Yep.
I mean, it is nuts, man. I sent a package to a guy, and it was a decent amount of books. Like it was, I don't know, probably like 25 books. It cost, I think it was like $95 to ship it, to New Zealand. I was like, wow. I mean, he got everything, and everything was fine, but it was just
I sent 2 books with Blood Hunt, and it was like 80-page book. So it's kind of like maybe sending like 6 floppies or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it cost me, it would go over the weight, and it would cost me $44 to send to the UK, almost $56 to New Zealand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It gets crazy. I was like, shit.
And they're still going up. Depressing.
Mm-hmm.
oh, Russ got perfect 10 tube the other day. Ooh, I wonder how. You have to let us know how it is, Russ.
Nice.
He's looking forward to the embrace as well. Nice,
Mhm.
nice. Brian says he shipped a package to Singapore for $28 and the books arrived looking like they had been melted. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Actually, set a replacement
Wow.
house. Yeah. Ooh. That's savage.
Serious. It looked like they melted. Wow.
UK to NZ for my books was $15, Russ says.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is some pricey stuff here.
Well, $15 is not that bad to New Zealand from anywhere. Yeah, for
Man.
some reason the Brits they send us stuff and it's just cheap. Like they pay $7 or $8 and they'll get us a book. Whereas I have to ship a book to them, it's like $40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so you need a contact in like the UK to just ship all your stuff out for you.
Yeah.
It's like they get a deal to it's like they get financed to share their propaganda or something.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine if you were like shipping a lot of books out there, just get a container, put it in the container, ship it out there, fly out there, and then do it yourself from there. It's just all right.
But that's what they were
vacation.
saying. It's not that expensive for them to ship it. For us, it's like getting crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
And there was supposed to be a new trade thing like that started last year that was supposed to help that, and it just keeps going up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing is, we don't even know who's bumping it up. Is it the postal services? Is it like third-party carriers?
Oh, apparently. Brian says he's going to start streaming himself soon, probably horror and comic related stuff. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me get Brian back on. If I'd have known Brian was changing his sleep schedule around, we could have had him on for Octopus Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
Would have had a cowboy stream.
Nice.
Let's see. I'm at the end.
Yeah, at the end. If you scroll back up, keep going, go all the way close to the top, to my little card. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That thing. So, all right, there you go. So you see the first 3 cards that were in the list. So this card here, the one on the left-hand side, bottom, that one's been unlocked. That was by Matt Lunsford and Jordan something. Forgetting his name. But it's been a while since I spoke to him. Cool dude, though.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, that one hasn't been unlocked yet. And that one is the next. That's a 3,500. We'll be releasing that one. So it's every $500 we're releasing another card. So I'm hoping it to get to the 6th one, 7th one. If I can get all 9 of them, that'd be nice. But we'll see what happens. Yeah. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you've definitely got a wide variety of talent in this campaign.
Oh yeah. I collect art. So what I do is every now and again, I'll just reach out to an artist. I was like, hey, can you just do a piece for me? And they'll just do it up for me. So, and I hold on to it. I just lock it away.
Yeah, it's very similar to what Hex just did. How he had like every 500, he had a trading card like this.
Yeah.
For his campaign. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty cool idea. I like it.
Yeah, it's funny. I would get all these cards from all these. I've backed like 250 campaigns on Kickstarter, and I backed 30 something on Indiegogo. And you get all this stuff. You get like all kinds of stuff, right? And I'm like, what the hell do I do? I was at one point I was just throwing them all in a box because I didn't know what to do with them. So now I got a binder, right? And I got like the little card protector sleeve. So I got like the cards for the, so I got all my cards, all my trading cards. I got some bigger pouches where you can put all the other stuff. Like I got like coasters from people. I got some dudes. I got a couple of what is that? Air freshener, like car air fresheners. Yeah, I got a couple from a couple guys. They said the car air fresheners with their stuff on it. It looks kind of cool, so I put that in there. Yeah, there's
Wow.
all kinds of goofy stuff. I got like a bunch of metal trading cards, not metal. Yeah, I got some metal trading cards and metal bookmarks. Right, so I got those in there.
Mhm.
The regular bookmarks I actually use, so I use them in my books. So those are
Yeah.
actually the only ones that are functional.
Yeah, wow. A car air freshener. That's something I never,
Yeah,
never thought I'd
Well,
hear for a comic.
this was just part of like the first 41 physical backers, so that's a coaster,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought it was kind of, I thought it was weird and goofy when they first told me about it. I was like, you know what, I'll try it. So that was it. That's the other one. That's a
Okay.
sticker. That's another sticker. And I got one of these guys. This is an acrylic pin. So,
Oh,
like I
all
said,
right.
yeah, the first 41 physical backers to get those 4 items. I think there's still like 6, 7 left. There's not many left. So by the end of the campaign, I'm sure they'll all be gone.
So it says sweet coaster.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said, when I first saw it, I thought it was stupid. I was like, who the hell wants a coaster? And then I did it, and I was like, oh, this looks really nice. So,
Russ says he's loving those black and white pages, JD.
oh, thank you. Yeah,
Uh,
Jade does. She's been we've been working together for 12 years now, and the lady's a saint because she puts up with me. So, anyone who puts up with me longer than an hour, they should be sainted. So.
Soul's asking me where my Indiegogo contributions are at. I'm not sure. Been keeping up with it. I'm at 246 for Indiegogo.
And don't forget that also includes sometimes doubles for me.
That's how many campaigns you've backed on there?
So
246.
technically, it's like you
Yeah.
backed twice.
Yeah, I've backed 246.
There you go. Yeah, man. I mean, it gets crazy,
Mm-hmm.
because it's funny. Because there's some creators when they start making comics, they stop appreciating the art form, And then there's some others, like they start making it and they just want more, So that's where I'm at. I'm like, I have my own YouTube channel, right? Indie Comics Explained.
Mm-hmm.
But for the longest time, I was debating should it be Comics Degenerate or should it be Indie Comics Explained? But I am a comics degenerate, so it's just one of those things.
Soul saying to you, Sim, I got Black Lagoon coasters. They seem to be from a Loot Crate thing, and I saw and grabbed them on eBay.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Let's see.
Freaking love Black Lagoon.
Yeah, there's hold on a second. I'm going to show you this, Sim, real quick. I want your opinion.
Go ahead.
It's a Lobo piece I just seen.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I thought that was kind of neat looking.
Is that fan art?
I don't know. Yeah, there's no source or anything here. They just shared the art.
Yeah, DC's a little weird about that too. So.
There we go. You also have the Indiegogo campaign for Oswald Chronicles. I see.
Yeah. This is
In
still
demand.
live. Yeah, it's in demand. So this is basically just catch-up stuff. So if anybody wants to get like issues 1 through 8, that's all on there. The new campaign that'll be going after. That'll be going up on there. So but you can get 1 through 8 of Passing Queens and Making Homes. That's the alternative covers. I put in a mixed cover lot. So that's basically like I got extras. Some of these covers, you might get like a silver foil cover. You might get like a sketch cover, a blank sketch cover variant, so you can get the first issue on its own. I got digital. Anybody likes digital? That's the funniest thing. On Kickstarter, I get a lot of digital. On IGG, I may get 1 or 2.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that. Like, there seems to be a lot less digital with Indiegogo, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, people seem to go more for the physical.
Mm-hmm. I mean, which is cool. I mean, it all works.
Yeah, I have trouble reading PDFs and digital stuff. I need a book.
Yeah, I'm
It
the
makes me
same,
feel
I'm the
better.
same way.
Let's
Yeah, I'm
see. Oh, look at that. Soul says also came in a metal box. We'll mail you a photo later for
Nice.
those Black Lagoon coasters. That's interesting. I wonder what the box looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, he put a backing the the Oswald Chronicles issue 1 through 8 for a sugar rush.
Thank you. Yeah, but I'm like, if you like fantasy adventure, if you like, I don't know, weird vertical books like Sandman and that sort of thing, if you like weird fantasy adventures, this is the sort of thing you might enjoy. It's funny, like, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, Sam, because there's different schools of thought behind creation in general, right? So you have one school of thought is, find out what your fan base wants, right? And then create to your fan base, right? And then there's another school of thought of, I'm gonna create what I want to create, and then I'll share that out, right?
Yep.
So I'm the share that out type of guy. I create what I want to create, and then hopefully I'll find other like-minded individuals who will
I'm on
enjoy
the
it.
same mentality where it's like if you're having fun creating and doing what you like, people will join in that fun easier than if you're trying to please them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is this is a one shot. It Came Seeking Me. That covers by Matthew Lunsford, and then the interior art's by him too.
I'd like to know more about this gentleman with the rock sword.
Oh, that's Dauphin. He's a gnome and becomes friends with Oswald. And his thing is, he's like a wandering warrior, and he looks like you expect to see a dwarf. He's all muscly and that's how he is. But he's actually a gnome who is normally all fat and jolly, but he's kind of angry for a gnome. And he goes around and he hunts down and slaughters all the evil in the world that he can find. But sometimes he gets his ass kicked. But he has that sword, which is kind of cool because he's the only one that can really wield it because it's so heavy. It's made from low. So if you scroll through, you can see some of the artwork.
And Brian adds, I always go with number 2. I make comics I want to read. People can tell when you're faking the funk. And
Right.
that's another thing. And not just faking it, like just the fact that if you're more into one, like just a good example, I really like working on Blood Hunt. I had fun working on Blood Hunt. But people that have been following me for a long time, when they look at the Blood Hunt stuff and then the stuff from that, they the first thing they would tell me is like, you look like you're having way more fun there. And I'm like, you picked up on it? It's kind of like
Exactly. I mean, the thing is I worked professionally for a few years in the 90s, right, doing comics. And I mean, you can have fun doing that work, but it's there are times to be a pro. You got to be like, you got to like suck it up and be like, okay, well, we're gonna make something of this.
Yep.
And there are times where you're doing your own thing. You're just grooving and you're just having fun with it.
It's like saying you're a sci-fi guy. You may have fun doing fantasy. You may have fun doing other things, but when you hit sci-fi, you're in your thing.
Exactly.
And me, that's sci-fi and fantasy.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Yeah, but that one shot is available on the Indiegogo.
So I was like, Sim, about Blood Hunt, at least I'm having fun.
There you go.
I had a blast working on Blood Hunt. It was just something different and out of my safety thing.
Yeah.
A safety zone.
So I didn't go over. Actually, I didn't go over the tiers for the Kickstarter. I probably should have done that. Being sloppy.
Top tier hosting here.
Oh, okay. So just for $1, you can get some PDFs.
Yeah, I got 2 PDFs on there. So you get like My First Day and the one shot that you were just looking through, the Matt Lunsford one shot. It Came Seeking Me. I have all these weird titles. That's one of the things. Like it's like reading a lot of science fiction when I was young. They'd all have these strange titles. So I was just like, so I ended up adapting that. So if I don't have a weird title at the beginning of the story, like we were just passing through, I don't feel the story is complete.
Well, I always liked like the older books. They always had like a title for the book. Yeah, the issue of the comic and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, $1, that's, you can't beat just throwing a little dollar at it if you're unsure of the project.
That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, look, whatever money I make off of this, it doesn't come to me. I'm not going to Disney World on your money. Whatever money I get, it goes straight to the artists. I give it all back to them because I'm trying to create more content. And that's the one thing. I mean, so, if you just want to see the stuff, I have my website. You go to theoswaldchronicles.com. It's a webcomic. It's up there. You can go check it out. It's all there, But if you want to help out, hold a physical book in your hand, read it the way it's supposed to be read, pick up the comic books, or even order the PDFs. I mean, either one. If you want to get some nice merch like the pin, order the pin. I think I'm gonna get some T-shirts next. I'd buy that for $1. There you go. One of my favorite movies.
So you got level 1 of the PDF.
Right.
Okay. For 8. And level 2 for 16.
Right, and that's all 4 issues. So all 4 issues. And I think, yes, all 4 issues of this series and the 8 issues on the prior series, which is Passing Queens and Making Homes. So you get 12 books for $16.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So I'd say that's probably a lot of pages.
It's close to 300.
So it's all covers 7 and 8.
Yeah. Right. So that's the 2 on the right hand side right here. By Donnie Hadijawa. Those are for Passing Queens and Making Homes. And like I said, as an add-on, you can get issues 1 through 6 as well. So if you haven't caught up, you can get the whole thing right there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Kickstarter does have add-ons.
Yeah. Okay. It's recent. I think the last 6 months. It's recent, but they just put them in. Yeah. Now, if they would just let us put in a graphic with the tier level, they keep sending me surveys and they're like, "What do you want?" I said, "I want a graphic with the tier level." How does that sound?
Because I had because that's something I was wondering myself, was because I remember before they didn't have the add-ons, and I remember that being like a big come on, you need to get in on that.
Yeah.
It's the add-ons are a great thing to have. I'm glad Kickstarter finally implemented them.
Yeah, we did it on our last campaign. The only thing is they give you a spreadsheet, right? So you're like, who do I go to? So you got to sit there with a ruler. It's like, okay, what the fuck? All right. That's the only thing with that one. Yeah, so books level 1, you get the issues 3 and 4 of We Were Just Passing Through, plus the pin.
Okay.
So the pin is available on that level and is also available as an add-on.
All right.
And this is the ultimate PDF level, right? So it's $40, but it's like, I think it's about 700 pages worth of material. Yeah. So you get a lot of reading. There's prose in there. There's comics in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. So I'm pretty sure it's like 400 or 500 pages worth of comics material, and another 300 or 400 pages of prose.
So they're gonna know every detail about Oswald's life.
Yeah. Up until this point, This is a catch-up level. So 40, you get issues 1 through 4. So you get all 4 issues.
And then for 52 or more, you get the all covers 7 and 8 plus.
We were just passing through 3 or 4, yeah.
Okay. You get books level 2.
Right. So this is, I think, issues 3 and 4 plus some prose books. I think there's 3 prose books in there that you'll get as well.
I don't see a lot of prose books I haven't seen in campaigns.
Yeah. Well, see, the Oswald Chronicles, that's the thing. It started off as prose, when I first started the series. And then, what is it? I guess about 12 years ago. I had a windfall of cash fall into my lap. I had about 5K. Just fall into my lap. I owed money to somebody, and they were like, just keep it. It's good to have friends, right?
Right.
Especially ones that let you keep 5K on them. But
Yeah.
so I like to tell people, it's like, most normal people, what do they do with 5K? They go on vacation, they put it away for their retirement, they maybe put a down payment on a car. I'm a lunatic, so I decided to do a comic book. So so that's where the first financing came through for Oswald Chronicles. I used that money that's how I met Jade. I was just looking for an artist. She gave me a price. I said, what, let's go for it. So I took that money and I did Fallen Gods, which was the first thing I ever did with her. And we just did that. And then the series after that was On the Wings of Deidre, right? And I didn't have any financing at the time because I just started doing shows, but we were doing okay, but we not enough to like support a comic. But I was playing online poker at the time, right?
Mhm.
And I was doing very well, and I had a certain amount of earnings, so I ended up pulling it out, and I ended up using that money to finance the next couple projects. And then towards the tail end of that, Kickstarter started, and I was just like, oh, okay, let's try this, and that's where I started with Kickstarter. A little bit better than my online poker winnings, but poker was fun. It was good to me.
So with the $80 or more, you get the Virgin covers level 1.
Yeah, that's the Virgin covers. So that's basically like the way you see them there without the trade dress on them.
Oh, we got sketch covers.
Right, and then those are sketch covers done by Daphne. She's my wife, and she, I promise her dinner, and she'll do the sketch covers for me. Dinner at Disney World, dinner at Disney World, I should say. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So we gotta get out to.
Well, yeah. Well, one hand washes the other.
Exactly. We got the silver foil covers.
And then we got silver foil Virgin covers.
Virgin covers.
Yeah, we got quite the selection.
Yeah. And then the ultimate. Oh yeah, this is ultimate comic book level. Because I have an ultimate book level which has all the prose and the comics. But the ultimate comic book level, if you don't want any prose, I just have the comic books. Because there's some folks, I have one backer who's like, I don't really, I just want comic books. So I was like, okay, I'll make a level just for you. I got like 4 or 5 slots on there, but I was like, I'll make one just for you. So I made him that level, and he appreciated it because it's a little bit cheaper than the other level.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the ultimate book level has everything. It has all the comics I've done to date. It has all the pros that are currently still in print because they're like 3 or 4 books that have gone out of print that I gotta get back into print at some point.
That is a long list.
That's a long list.
Long list.
Yeah, it's a long list. When I send it out, the pack, it's a good stack of books like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and what's funny is I stopped offering this level a couple campaigns ago, and one backer on the last campaign, the last Oswald campaign, she was like, I remember you having this level, and she was like, could you put it back up? And I was like, yeah, and I put it up for 3, right? And I was like, nobody's, I said I'll be lucky just to get the one person. All 3 of them got taken. I was like, wow. So I put it back up for this one, and I got 2 on this one and 1 on the other one. So at $260 is not bad. And like I said, it's a lot of books. It's a lot of reading. So if you like to read, that's your level.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be busy for a while.
You'll be
That's
busy
for sure.
a minute. That's it. If you're gonna be on a desert island for a few months, there you go. You just need something to read. You like your crazy fantasy?
Oh man. Yeah, this is it's definitely cool to see someone with so many, campaigns who's been at it, for a while now, and able to grow their audience like you have.
Yeah. I mean, it's slow, but we're getting there. You know.
Yeah.
But and then what is it? In the next month and a half, I will have have a very interesting announcement to make. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So everybody, check out JD's. We got Twitter and Facebook and all that.
Oh yeah, I'm on Twitter on the Jd Calderon. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, DeviantArt, all on the Jd Calderon. You can find me on YouTube on the Jd Calderon, where I have my own show. And Sim, I got to get you on. I got to book you for a slot so we can do a one-on-one.
Yep, anytime. Just let me know, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Got to do that next week. I've been lax. I haven't done a one-on-one in like 2 or 3 weeks. I got like 4 or 5 people. They're like, "Hey man, I got a camp." I'm like, "Yes, I'll do it." All right, fine. So I gotta book a bunch of people.
Perfect timing, dude. We're getting close to closing the Telson and Adverse campaign.
When you end it?
As soon as I'm going to print, so this month. Like
Yes.
I'm waiting for the final colors. We're doing the final edits, lettering and stuff, and then closing. So
All right, cool. So maybe we could set something up for not this week, but maybe the week after.
Yep.
All right, cool, man. That sounds good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything this weekend because it's the 4th of July. That's like my normal day to do my my group podcast. But we'll do a one-on-one. Maybe on the 16th or the 17th. And I'll try to do it in human hours. Because you know what it is. I get home from work. I usually get home about 10:30 or whatever. And I'm like, oh, you want to be interviewed? I try to get people from the West Coast, because they're 3 hours behind us.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to get them for those days, interview those guys.
Oh, dude, I'm a night owl too. The only thing is that's why I like doing those morning shows because it gets me up at around 10:30.
Right.
So it's kind of like I set my schedule that every day I try to wake up around 10:30, but I'm always up till 3 or 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah. I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way. I'm up till like 3 in the morning every day.
So there's 2 days a week that I don't stream where I'm like, fuck everything. I'm sleeping. I'm not waking up.
Yep. You're getting out of bed at 1 in the afternoon. You're like, oh shit.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
There's one I slept till 2:30.
Yeah. I believe it. I've been there.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been doing the evening stream on Tuesday because I have to work on Tuesday and stuff now. So I didn't do it like this last week at all.
Yeah,
And
but
it felt so it felt so nice. I'm not gonna lie. Having to wake up and everything. I feel so like
I know,
feel
right?
refreshed.
I know, right?
Not having to wake up real early and messing up my sleep schedule and everything, then having to do the stream, then go to work and everything else. I was like, ooh, I feel pretty good.
For me, those are like Wednesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I have no stress of doing anything stream wise or anything. Just
Yeah, but look, you got to get that time to recover, man. I mean, you put in all those hours, you got to recover.
Yep.
I mean, the Japanese, a lot of their mangaka, they die early, and their animators die early, die young, because they don't get enough rest.
Yeah.
They're not sleeping correctly. They're only getting 4 hours worth of sleep, 6 hours worth of sleep. This sort of stuff kills you, man. I mean,
It's something I need to be more careful because that was pretty much my lifestyle for the last 3 years.
Right. Yeah.
More than that, because even in university, studying 3D animation, digital design, you don't sleep much.
Right. Yeah, I could imagine. I mean, I was doing when I was in film school, I was doing editing. Right. You start editing. You start at like noon, and then it's freaking 4 in the morning. You're like, what the hell? I just started.
Like me, I remember going to NAD, where it's an old private school that just turned into more of a university, like with the bachelor's degree and stuff like that. Before it used to be just private, but now it was more like governmental.
Right.
And dude, I go in and they tell you the school is open 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You're like, why? Why would a school need to be open 24/7? Right?
Yeah.
And then you realize that they tell you, but you have at least 60 hours of work in school plus 40 hours outside of school, and you found out that the next 3 to 4 years of your life will be spent mostly in that school, rendering and doing that stuff. That's why it's 24/7. Dude, you would go to that school and people would be sleeping every goddamn where. Like, you'd walk in, there's a couch there, somebody's sleeping on it because it's rendering. And it was, yeah. There's people going on burnouts, depression. It was, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's just the thing, man. People don't realize how stressful this stuff is.
Brian says he hits his creative peak at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
It says Chris is the Nightcrawler. Just look at what's wrong with my PJs. Yeah, Nightmare for Christmas PJs. Yeah, it comes with the
There you
shirt
go.
too here. It's a
Nice. So
Christmas
he's matching.
Yeah. Come on.
What?
Self-care is job number one.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
trying to
Yeah.
get my butt into it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
I
take
keep-
better care of myself.
I keep messing up my sleep schedule here. I think it's because I keep drinking this Pepsi now. I was off caffeine for a couple months, and I got back on it because of going to that con. So I gotta wean back off of it.
Stop
Yeah.
winning that con. You wanted it.
It was the con's fault.
See, that's how it is.
If it wasn't for the con, I wouldn't have drank it. I would have just stuck with my water.
Yeah, but who wanted to go to that con knowing that would happen?
Exactly.
Sacrifices I gotta make them.
Yeah, but who choose to make that sacrifice?
Was it really a choice?
There you go.
Now he's staring at the plastic bag floating in the wind.
What con was that you went to?
Pittsburgh, the Steel City Con.
Oh, okay. How was it?
I enjoyed it. It was packed though. It was
Oh,
super
yeah?
packed. Because they had kept putting off. They had to keep delaying, pushing it back like a couple different times because of the whole COVID and stuff. And then finally they were able to do it. So, we got there and the lines. There was 4 lines, and they were just way down, almost past the parking lot and everything.
Wow, that was just to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Do
and
you have
it
any
was-
special guests?
they had a bunch of celebrity people. I never really pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah. No, when I say special guests, I mean I don't know, Grant Morrison or
Oh,
Jim
like a
Lee.
big name comic creator? No.
Yeah, those are the only people I care about. I don't give a shit about
Yeah.
watching the third actor from the 4th episode of Star Trek. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says God bless. I hope you do well, but I'm not really interested in that.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of indie guys.
Oh yeah.
Creators there, so I was really happy about that. I got to talk with them and everything. And there was a lady, I think who might have had something to do with Disney, because she had a lot of Disney artwork. And I added her on. She has a lot of people on Instagram
Right.
following her, but I don't know her personally or nothing like that. I don't know what she does, but she had a lot of Disney artwork.
She might have been one of the illustrators.
And she's apparently doing a Kickstarter in the future, like an art book and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And I reached out to a lot of the creators, and I'm going to have some of them on the show here in the future. So pretty excited about that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I started doing all this stuff when COVID started. So it's just been interesting meeting all the people that I've met, because if not for that, I'd have never met you. I'd have never met Sim. There's a ton of people that I'd never met. You know what I mean? I mean, and that's it's horrible that we had to go through that to get to this.
Yeah.
But if there was any good of it, I think this was it. Just the networking and just meeting new people. And like I said, I mean, Sim's in Canada. I probably would have never met him in any other, sphere, right? Unless he came to New York Comic Con or something. I went up to one of the shows up there. Oh, the same thing with yourself, Chris. I mean, and I think that's the one cool thing about that's happened recently is over the last year and a half, 2 years, just the networking, man. I mean, I've met dudes from all over the country. I've met dudes from Australia, Europe.
Me and Chris met through this shit.
Right? Exactly. That's the whole thing, And you never know who's your comic book brother or sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
You meet them online. You're like, oh shit, I'd have never met you if not for this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
And there's a whole bunch of people like that, and it's it's how could you say, eye-opening area.
yeah. That's the one thing.
And
That's fantastic.
and Emma saying, "I also like the night."
Well,
The night is the best way to fucking be creative. I'm sorry, you're in between the real world and La La Land. You're on the line on the line of the door of the dream world.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. And it's nice and quiet, typically.
And you are the key master. Is that how they called it?
Yep.
You're the key master.
Key master. just remember, if they ever ask you if you are God, the answer is always yes.
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 And do not think of marshmallows.
Right. Yes.
Because you think it might be an offensive.
let's see.
Did they reschedule that movie? When is that damn thing coming out?
I don't know. I don't even know if it's gonna come out.
Oh, it'll come out. Trust me. They spent X cajillion of dollars on it. They're gonna come out with it.
Yeah, but you know how Bill Murray could be.
Oh, true. But no, this movie was already shot.
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't like the edit. I don't know. Like I haven't heard anything from it, but we've all heard about how Bill Murray can be.
True,
so if he's not happy about a final cut or something, but I don't know.
No distractions.
No distractions.
I just hope that when it comes out, it's better than the other one.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we're getting almost to the hour and a half mark. And well, Brian's leaving. He says he's got a boogie. Everybody, peace and love.
Take it easy, Brian.
Yeah, see you later, Brian. We probably should start to wrap this one up ourselves.
Yes, we should. Because I should probably go eat something.
Yeah.
So let's start off by reminding everybody. Don't forget to show some love and share, like, and subscribe to the Chris's channel. Let's get this over 500 subs so you can get a chance of winning original art by yours truly, and 1,000 subscription to see Chris run in a red dress. You want to see that red dress thing? Make it happen. Otherwise, not happening. You're gonna get the sugar tarna on a mug.
Is that gonna happen, Chris? 1,000 and a red dress?
Yeah,
he's going to Louisiana and he's joining the actual red dress run. Yeah.
Nice.
And Bell Rider also agreed, and he has the Jeep, and he's gonna follow him with a Barbie Jeep that he's pimping just for that show.
All right, cool. We gotta get Chris to 1,000.
Yep.
Shit, I gotta go through.
And don't forget to go back to us on an adverse. We're getting close to being completed. The upgrade is almost done. Everything, all the old colors remastered. Scotsman's finishing up soon, so get on it, because after that we're closing. And
you summoned him. Look at that.
You don't have much time if you want to take advantage of $25 for an 80-page book. It's not 60-page anymore. It's 80-page.
Nice.
Oh, fully remastered, and you get 2 prints and 6 stickers, and they're limited. It's not gonna happen again.
Now, Chris, the question is: are you gonna shave your legs?
Nope.
No, no, come on, no.
And
Because
you're supposed to buy those stiletto running shoes too.
Oh, there you go.
Converse type.
I bring all the boys to the yard the way I am.
You can always wear stockings. There you go.
You were born that way. You're gonna worship him that way.
Exactly.
That's right. See, Pale Rider, he knows. He's all about it.
There you go.
He shows up right at the end. Oh, Lordy.
Nice.
Hope you're doing well this morning, pal.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you haven't gotten too drunk yet.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, Mr. JD, your closing statements.
You know, like I said, you can find me on Twitter under Jd Calderon, Facebook, Instagram, DeviantArt, YouTube, YouTube under Jd Calderon and Indie Comics Explained. And that's pretty much it. And thank you so much. Please, read independent comics. Read as many as you can. Go out there, find the ones you enjoy. If you like the Oswald Chronicles, please back us. If you have a question, please feel free to reach out to me. If you just want to take a sample at it, you can go to theoswaldchronicles.com. You can take a look. Like it. Please, even if it's not your cup of tea, just share it out. There's always somebody who's interested in this sort of thing. So, just share it out. If you got kids, if they can watch Lord of the Rings, it's good for them, but it's good for the whole family. If you like I said, fantasy. So there you go.
All right. So thanks everybody for joining us. Always appreciated. Thanks
Thank
JD for being our guest.
No, always a pleasure. I gotta have, like I said, I do a Sunday show where I do a roundtable, so I gotta have you guys on.
Mhm.
You can see the insanity that we go through. Nice.
Let's see. We will be doing. What's our next one? What are we doing in the morning, Tim?
What? How am I supposed to know what we're doing in the morning?
What do you mean? It's your stream.
You mean tomorrow morning?
Yeah, in the
Oh
morning.
no, I didn't even do a freaking poll.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I was so into working and doing some stuff this week that I totally forgot to do a poll.
Wow.
I don't know. We'll be doing something.
Terrible. And y'all say I'm not professional. Look at that. But anyways,
sometimes you gotta play
everybody.
it by ear.
Well,
Anyway, we'll do something in the morning. So
Mhm.
thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you all later.
All right. Thank you.